Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Rachel and I am knitting. Not right now, but most of the time, and I will be knitting, so I'm going to tell you all about it. Today's video is a very exciting one because I'm showing you all of the stuff that's going to be in the goodie bags for this year's Ireland trip. The goodie bags are decked out. There are so many treasures that are going to go into these goodie bags. Some of them my mom and I have purchased, and others have been donated by their respective brands. So I'm just going to walk you through everything. And I have to tell you that I was planning to wait to film this video until I had all of the goodie bag items in my possession, but I've decided not to do that for a couple reasons. Number one, not all of the goodie bag things, or like swag at large, will be in my possession before Ireland. So I don't have it to show you, and I won't have it to show you until I'm actually on the trip. So for those things, I'm just going to tell you about them. But also the second reason is that some of the items are not going to get here for a little bit, and I want to start packing up and getting things consolidated and ready to go. So I figured I would just film what I could today, and then the future version of myself, who has more of the swag items in hand, will film the rest of the video. So take a look at me now. This is what I look like today when I'm filming what I have in hand, and then later future Rachel will join you to walk you through the rest of the items. So great. I have a long list of things to go through. I'm only going to show you what I have in hand, or what I know will be coming. Well, that's not really how I want to phrase it. I'm going to show you what I have in hand today. And then I'm also going to show you some of the things that are set aside that will be shipped to participants, depending on the situation. So I'll just walk you through it. There's two categories of swag that I'm going to tell you about in this video. The first category is the goodie bag category, specifically the goodie bag for knitting participants on the tour. So I'll show you what everyone will be receiving of the knitting participants. And then the second category of swag is a special new category that we didn't have last year, and I'm really excited about this year. And those are for some like bigger ticket items that have been donated that will have random giveaways throughout the trip, like maybe every other day or so. I'll draw a name from our list of participants, and whoever name I draw is the winner of that day's giveaway. So we won't be able to do that every single day. Maybe in future tours we'll be able to work up to that. But for this tour, we just have a handful of bigger ticket items that we'll be giving away through name drawings throughout the trip. So let me go ahead and get started. In no particular order, I'm just going to show you what we've got in the goodie bags. And I'm sure later with my Irish knitting tour recap videos, you'll be able to see what the goodie bags look like after I've given them out to everyone, and maybe we'll have some shots of me and my mom and my sister assembling them before our welcome reception. But I figured as I go along this video, I'll be putting everything in the goodie bag so we can kind of get an idea of what the finished item will look like. So let's get started. I should add before I get started that if you're watching this and you are currently on the Irish knitting tour, there may be some spoilers for some of our bigger ticket giveaway items. We may not have gotten through them all yet. So if you don't want spoilers and you're on the Irish knitting tour, turn this video off. You can watch it after we get home, but if you don't care about spoilers, continue watching. Okay, so now that I've given that caveat, we'll get started for real. And I'm going to start with one of the bigger ticket items, which was very kindly donated by Portland Leather Goods. If you're not familiar, Portland Leather Goods is a leather goods company out of Portland, Oregon. You'd never guess it from the name. They're a high quality leather product that has bags, wallets, little pouches. Like for instance, my go-to Notions pouches are these little zipper pouches from Portland Leather. I have a few different bags from Portland Leather, and I have a notions pouch to match each of them. So I have this lavender purple, I have a violet purple, and I have a brown notions pouch, and they each go with my respective Portland Leather purse in that color. So last year, Portland Leather gifted me a circle crossbody bag to wear on the Irish Knitting Tour and just kind of be a walking advertisement. And this year, they've done the same. I have this beautiful Portland Leather crossbody. I think this is either a small or it might be a medium crossbody, but I think it's going to be perfect for the trip. So this will be my purse for the trip, but this video isn't about what I'm going to be using. This video is about what I'm giving to the participants on the trip. So this is our first giveaway, or one of our giveaways. I don't know what order we're going to do. But Portland Leather kindly gifted this green crossbody bag. It has a zipper, and there's this pocket on the inside, pocket on the outside. You can hold the bag with these handles, or there is a crossbody strap. Doesn't this just look perfect for Ireland? So one lucky person will be receiving this bag on the Irish Knitting Tour. Space is limited, so I'm not sure if I'll be bringing this bag with me to give away in person, or if I'll be saying, hey, you win this and I'll ship this to you when we get home. So some lucky person will be receiving a Portland Leather bag. And also this can give you a bit of a size reference. The lavender bag that I'm using is smaller than this one. So this has a nice bit of room in here. Isn't that exciting? First big ticket item taken care of. Now let's go through some of the things in the goodie bags themselves. It's a lot. It's a lot, so buckle up. I've got a huge box back here that I need to go through. So let me go ahead and get a bag so I can put things in the bags as we go through them. Dun da da da! All right, this is what the goodie bags look like. It's a huge upgrade from last year. These are Rachel is Knitting branded goodie bags. So it has my logo on it with my messy bun and hand knit bow. And this is what all of the swag will be going in. So everyone will have this tote bag that they can use for shopping or I don't know, overnight stuff, but it's theirs to keep, and it will also be what houses all of the treats that we're giving them at the welcome reception. So the next item, which will be the first that I list for the goodie bags, is an item that was kindly donated by Clover. They are a knitting needle and notions company. You may have heard of them or been familiar with them. They're some of the knitting needles that I first used when I was first knitting, and stitch markers that I first used, and some other notions. So Clover has kindly gifted us circular knitting needles. So they gave enough for every one of our knitting participants to get this US 7 or 4.5 millimeter 32-inch fixed circular needle. This is actually the size I believe that's called for one of our knitting workshops, if I remember correctly. So thank you so much to Clover for donating this. Every person, every knitting participant will be receiving this in their goodie bag. So starting to fill that up. And this box is full of the remaining Clover needles. So you can see why I'm ready to get this stuff packed and squared away, because it really adds up when you have 25, 26 units of everything. Okay, so the next item for the goodie bags, let me untwist this bag so you don't have to listen to the crinkling. This is a stitch marker tin that was kindly donated from Knit Picks. So this is actually a funny story. You can see there's all sorts of different sizes and kinds of stitch markers in these tins. I contacted Knit Picks to see if they'd like to donate these for last year's Irish Knitting Tour, and I don't know what happened, but they were sent after the tour concluded, so I thought no problem, I'll just put these aside and save them for October Ireland trip 2024. So we have a stitch marker tin going in the goodie bags. So far we have a fixed circular knitting needle and a stitch marker tin. The next set of items I'll do all together because they were all donated from Jimmy Bean's wool. And Jimmy Bean's went nuts with their choices for what they would contribute to this year's goodie bags. I was honestly shocked when they sent me their list of what they would be donating. Thank you so much to Jimmy Bean's, and you'll see shortly why I am so shocked and so grateful. Have you heard of the Jimmy Bean's Delq snap bags? Well, if you haven't, let me show you. TL Yarn Crafts, Tony, has talked about these bags on her channel before and said how satisfying the snaps are. And I have to say, it's absolutely correct. Listen to these snaps. Let's see if I can make it most palpable for you. So satisfying. So Jimmy Bean's donated enough units for every single knitting participant to have a snap bag set. Now, this is a big deal. First of all, this bag, this bag here is huge. It has this main compartment that's closed through these snaps, so you can easily feed your yarn in between the snaps to have a tangle and mess-free knitting or crocheting experience. Also, on the front, we have, I just zipped it closed, a zipper pocket, huge, perfect for notions or even a whole entirely new project. Not only that, but inside each of those large bags is nested a smaller snap bag. So again, we have the main snapping compartment, and then on the front, another zipper compartment. How perfect is that? So that alone is a high value item, and this is only the tip of the iceberg of what Jimmy Bean's sent for the goodie bags. But before we dive deeper and look at the true depth of this iceberg, let me show you the different colors of these snap bags. So we have a blue stripe, a pink stripe, a black stripe, a yellow stripe, and finally, my personal favorite, a purple. So this is what's going in my goodie bag, I must say. So let me find where I put that goodie bag so I can put this in here. This zipper, or this snap bag alone, fills up this tote bag. Okay, so there we go. We've got the snap bags, we have the stitch marker tin, the Clover Needles, but keeping on with the Jimmy Bean's train ride here, I have a bag of unicorn tails. They sent enough mini skeins so each knitting participant could have one of their own. There's various colors. We have banyan tree. Can you focus on the label? There we go. Banyan tree. We have Harbor View. We have Front Street. More banyan tree. I think that might be all of the colors. Yeah, so various colors of these mini skeins, one for each knitting participant. Let me go ahead and put that mini skein in the tote bag there. But that's not all Jimmy Bean's sent. There's still more from Jimmy Bean's, and I have to resituate myself so I can reach it back here behind this mountain of swag. My plan is to pack as much of this goodie bag swag as I can in my carry-on luggage, but this item, I won't be doing that for maybe obvious reasons. This is a Delq scissor sheath that Jimmy Bean's donated, and it snaps here in the front, and then we have a pair of scissors in there. So again, enough units of this for every knitting participant to receive this scissor sheath. We have this mustard yellow color, a purple color, which will be in mine. Listen, I did the work to contact all these brands, so I will be picking my colors. Thank you. A black colored scissor sheath, and or maybe is this navy? Sometimes it looks black, sometimes it looks navy. But I think those are the three colors, purple, yellow, and either black or navy. You tell me what you think. So, and these are cool because they have these like easily releasable keychains, rings, that's what I meant. So that's good. Let me put one of these in the sample goodie bag. Dun, da, da, da. Okay, I'm making a mess over here. Still, we are not done with what Jimmy Beans sent. Just so generous. If anyone from Jimmy Beans is watching this, you are amazing. Amazing. But the final item that Jimmy Beans sent for goodie bags are enough skeins for every knitting participant to have one skein of their Yarn Citizen Trinity Cashmere. So let me take one skein out and show you. This is a lace weight. Pretty sure it's lace weight. It's 49% Super Baby Alpaca, 39% Mulberry Silk, 12% Cashmere, and 247 yards or 225 meters over 25 grams. It is incredibly soft. This is my first time really feeling this since receiving it, because they've all been in this plastic packaging, but they sent us a few skeins of this colorway, which is walnut. And then we have some skeins of this white, which is jasmine. Some of this red, which is brick. Some of this blue, which is ocean. Really pretty, like a denim blue almost. And then some of this purple, which again is of course my favorite, and this is called Heather. So we'll use this, well actually since I already have a skein of the walnut out, we'll put the walnut Trinity Cashmere. This is Yarn Citizen Luxe. Put that in the goodie bag. Ta-da! And so we reached the end of the Jimmy Beans contributions. Blown away by the contributions so far. So let's just keep going. The next item for the goodie bags is also donated. This is donated by Eucalan, which is a wool wash company, and they gave us sachets. So each knitting participant will have a wool wash sachet in their goodie bag. There is unscented eucalyptus, grapefruit, jasmine, and lavender. So everybody will have a little Eucalan travel-sized sachet in case they need to block something or wash something on the trip, or just have it for when they get home for their next blocking or wool washing needs. So let's go ahead and put a sachet in the goodie bag. All right, let's keep going. I hope that I'm able to minimize as much crinkling as possible through the magic of editing. I know that it is just a disgusting sound to listen to and should be avoided when at all possible. So I hope that I'm able to do that successfully. But there's so much packaging, so please bear with me. But let's move on to the next thing. And I keep pivoting over here and swiveling over here because it's all down here. There's just so much of it. Okay, on to the next. The next item is small but mighty, and it's stickers. This sticker is such a cute little skein. It's donated from McKenna of Honey and Quill. So that will be a really fun addition. People could stick this on their water bottle or their knitting journals, or, oh, I don't know, where else do you put stickers? Project bags, maybe? I don't know. I put stickers on my needle case, but people can choose their own adventure of where they place this fun little skein sticker, and you see the cute little honey logo, the bee logo, on the yarn label on the sticker. So I'm not going to put one of those in the sample goodie bag just because I think it will get lost and I don't want to forget that it's in there. So we've got the stickers. Next, this is a fun one. Okay, I switched the order from the fun one I had in mind. Since we are on the topic of stickers, I'll show you. I also have various Rachel is Knitting branded stickers. I have some of this logo that will go in some goodie bags, and I have some of this logo that will go in other goodie bags, and as a treat, I also have some of my purple yarn rat stickers. So stickers galore in the goodie bags. But the fun thing that I was thinking of that I skipped over are these Clover stitch stoppers. So the way that these work is that there are holes in the bottom of these, and you stick them on the tips of your knitting needles to protect your stitches from sliding off on the end. So I thought, what better than a 4-leaf clover for an Irish knitting tour? So you'll also find these 4-leaf stitch stoppers in the goodie bag. Ta-da! Okay, continuing on. Also in each goodie bag, you will find one skein of Long Dog Yarn, Cliffs of Insanity on Merino DK. This is from the Princess Bride collection that Brandy had in February of this year. I was able to place a wholesale order, so thank you so much to Brandy for letting me place a wholesale order. So my mom and I purchased these skeins at wholesale price to include in the goodie bags. So again, one for each knitting participant, which I'm so excited about because this year, on the final day of the tour, we are visiting the Cliffs of Moher, which is the setting and inspiration for the Cliffs of Insanity in The Princess Bride. So people could presumably make something with their Cliffs of Insanity skeins throughout the duration of the trip, and then when we end our tour at the Cliffs of Moher, they could get some great FO photos with whatever they've made. Like I said, this is on the DK base, so it should work up relatively quickly, and I'm excited to see everybody react to this. In the goodie bag it goes. Da, da, da. So it's pretty full. That's all I have as far as the physical items to show you so far for the goodie bags. But also in the goodie bags will be some virtual items. There will be a free copy of the Travel Buddy Cowl, which I actually finished my second one over the weekend, and this is what it looks like. So presumably, if people wanted to, they could knit this up with their Cliffs of Insanity skein and have it ready to wear when we get to the Cliffs of Moher. But this is a great quick knit, easily memorizable pattern and sequence, so I think that this will be great for people to knit on throughout the trip if they choose to do that. So thank you to Jenny from Kountingsheep for collaborating with me, writing this pattern, getting it tested, and providing it to my participants on the Irish Knitting Tour. I know that they're going to love it just as much as I do, and I'm excited to see all of the different Travel Buddy cowls that can come out of this wonderful trip. The second virtual item that will be in the goodie bags is a free pattern from Woollen Pine Designs. So every knitting participant will get to download a Woollen Pine design of their choice, any pattern in the Woollen Pine design portfolio. I'm really excited to see what people choose. Thank you so much to Selena and Abby from Woollen Pine Designs for generously donating each of my knitting participants a free pattern of their choice. They're gonna love it. Okay, let me tell you about the next item in the goodie bag. And yes, I'm wearing different clothes. It's a different day because when I was filming the earlier stuff that you've seen so far for this video, I didn't have this package in hand, but it has since arrived. I received this beautiful package from Lemonwood, and it's full of yarn minders. If you're not familiar, Lemonwood is a company that designs, makes, and distributes this product. This is the yarn mini minder, and this is one that I purchased, when? The end of 2023, beginning of 2024. But basically what you do is you put a yarn cake on this metal, or excuse me, this wood piece here, and then you clip the lanyard on, and then you have a nice handy on-the-go way to take your knitting or crochet project with you without your yarn getting tangled or draping on the floor and getting dirty, collecting pet hair, all that stuff. So for something like an Irish knitting tour, this is the perfect product because you can take your project with you to dinner, to our sightseeing trips, on the bus. It's so versatile, so handy. I used mine all throughout my most recent Scotland trip, so I can personally attest to their value. And not only did Lemonwood send us enough for every knitting participant to have one in their goodie bags, but Lemonwood made a custom design for me. Incredible. I gave them an inspiration picture of a fuchsia flower. Just look. Look at this. Let me plug this hole so you don't just see my lips moving behind here. Is this not the most beautiful thing you've ever seen? There are 4 fuchsia flowers on this yarn minder base, and they all have purple underpants, which is so important to me. And then on the back here, we have the brand insignia and then also the year that it was produced. So Lemonwood 24. So special. And then also, not only is the base decorated, but the piece that you stick the yarn cake on has fuchsia flower leaves on it. So you stick the, I don't know, the pylon looking thing through here, and there you have it. You have this little thing all set to put your yarn cake on. And then we have a leather strap for each of them. And Lemonwood, they're just so awesome. They did this in assorted colors that I said I liked how it looked with the base. So we have a hot pink option, as you can see on this one that I've unpackaged. We have like a yellow lime green option, a red option, and a lighter pink option. So I think this is the one that I'm going to choose for my goodie bag. So I'll go ahead and put that in this sample goodie bag here. I'm just so excited about this yarn minder. Probably maybe the thing that I'm most excited out of all of the wonderful things in the goodie bag, which is a hard spot to claim because everything in there is fabulous, as you've seen so far. But this is just so special to me. Like, if fuchsia flower is in the ranks of things to choose as a favorite, I'm always going to choose it. I'm always going to choose fuchsia flower. They are so special to me. I love them so much. Now, if you're thinking, man, I wish I was going on that trip just so I could have a fuchsia flower mini minder, don't worry, because I will be putting some of these, I'm hoping to put some of these up in my Etsy shop. They've sent me 25, but I have distribution of this design. I'm the only place that you can get this design, so I will be distributing it and sharing it with all of you. So if you want one of these, you should be able to order it from me later this year, I'm hoping. So keep your eyes out for that. I'm just so thrilled about them. I'm so excited. Thank you so much to Lemonwood for partnering with me, not only by donating these 25 units to put in each of the goodie bags, but also for making it possible for me to share this design with others. I'm really thrilled and so grateful. So there's the next item that I have in my goodie bags. I'll pivot now away from the goodie bag swag and go back to our big ticket items. So something that we'll be drawing names for throughout the duration of the trip. ChiaoGoo has really generously donated an interchangeable set of the winner's choice. So they can choose either bamboo or metal, either 4-inch or 5-inch tips of a full interchangeable set. Thank you so much to ChiaoGoo for donating this incredibly generous big ticket item. I love ChiaoGoo needles. I use them exclusively, religiously. They're my preference, they're my favorite. They're my go-to. I love them. So I know everyone has their own preferences. Some people prefer different brands over ChiaoGoo, but I love ChiaoGoo. So I'm very excited to be partnering with them and to share my love of ChiaoGoo with a lucky knitting participant on the trip. Okay, hi, back to me, future Rachel, as compared to the Rachel you were just watching. And I have some more items to tell you about that are big ticket giveaway items. So I just told you about ChiaoGoo. I also have 2 gift cards generously donated from Kimber's Cozy Creations. So 2 people throughout the course of the trip, if their name is drawn, they'll get a $75 gift card to shop Kimber's Cozy Creations. If you're not familiar, Kimber is a very talented indie yarn dyer. She's dyed some very beautiful colorways. In particular, one of my favorite colorways is Gen Z Purple, which I've used for nearby. I can show you. This is not a true vision of Gen Z Purple, but I used 1 strand of Gen Z Purple from Kimber's Cozy Creations with another strand of yarn from Through the Wardrobe Yarn Co. to make my e-reader cozy, and also a hat that I made for Jane somewhere around here. But anyway, there is 1 strand of Gen Z Purple in this little e-reader cozy, and it's just like the perfect light soft purple. My favorite purple. So Kimber's great. She's so fun to work with, and 2 lucky people will get to shop her offerings, whether that's her next in-stock update or pre-order or just perusing what she has on the site. They'll have $75 to play around with, which should be about 2 skeins with enough left over to cover shipping, and then of course whatever else they want to add on to that order. So thank you so much to Kimber for partnering with us and for being so generous by donating a total of $150 gift card. So thankful for you and excited to get some new customers sent your way. We have a few other items in our group of giveaways. We have some gift cards to This Is Knit, as well as a Gleener for 1 lucky tour participant to win along the way. Also in the goodie bags, we have journals that include the trip itinerary as well as note pages for any memorable stories or pattern ideas or contact info that people may want to jot down to remember after they leave Ireland. I'm just so excited for this next trip. Last year was amazing, and I know that this year is going to be just as good, if not better. So I'm just thrilled, and I'm so grateful to all of you for your excitement and support surrounding these trips. If you're watching and you want to be on the next trip, make sure you're signed up for my email list. We currently have 2025 trips in the works, and I'd love to have you join. Also, if you are a vendor or a brand and you're watching this and you would love to be featured in our goodie bags in the future, please email me at rachelisknitting@gmail.com. That's all for now. I have to get back to the Irish knitting tour. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you later.